How's it going, guys? It's Joe. Welcome to the channel. Today's gonna be another Grand Arena episode against Grip and Rip here. He's got 5.9 million GP. He is an absolute beast, and have a look at his lineup. He's got a really strong separatist and Grievous team in the front line. So it's gonna be an interesting Grand Arena here, guys. I really want to showcase this first order team here with Wat Tambor, as it works really well. And I don't want to use my triumvirate on nightsisters, and that's the primary reason I really want to show this to you guys. So at the bottom in the front here we've got nightsisters and bounty hunter. So we'll start with the nightsister squad here. We'll use first order officer with Wat Tambor, and without further ado, let's get started. So the thing with this lineup is that I've got Wat Tambor Zeta, which enables him to go first, and I'm going to put that Bactoid shield generator onto Kylo Ren unmasked there, therefore giving us an unlimited taunt as long as he's got protection. Wat Tambor is really fast at 290 speed, so he's able to put that damage mod or that damage tech onto Sith Trooper, and as you can see, he blasted 3 of those nightsisters and 100k damage on Asajj Ventress just then. This guy is insane, and I'm going to put that on Kylo Ren just to increase his protection and maximize our banners. Got another tech to put out. I put it on Hux, and look at that 100k assist on Sith Trooper there. He is the real deal, guys, and this team here works very consistently against nightsisters. So I'm gonna keep trying that against this particular squad. That was a Relic 5 Asajj as well, so it's not a pushover. So I want to see what's behind this wall here, so I'm going to go against this bounty hunter team. The only thing was that I didn't have enough DPS going into this with this team that I'm going to be using. However, I didn't want to use any of the other stronger teams against this bounty hunter, so I threw in Thrawn there, and I threw in Darth Vader as well. So he's a really fast boss. He's about 301 speed, I believe, and he was faster than any of my characters. So I put Isolate on him just to stop that taunt from happening. And now I'm just going to put ability block onto Greedo. So that's me just trying to regen as much protection as I can with Thrawn, and that way I get the most optimal amount of banners. So what I didn't expect from this team was how tanky that Cad Bane is. Started hitting Cad Bane fairly early, and I was losing a bit of health on Darth Maul as well. So towards the end I actually didn't lose Darth Maul, which I was quite happy about, but I was very close to losing him here. So I'm gonna go against Boba first, because Cad Bane is insane in terms of tankiness. There was just no getting through. So I'm gonna go on Boba here. He's about to drop, so I'm gonna keep isolating Bosk. Plant as much pain as I can on the opposing team, and that way you apply more damage with Scion. Held by Hatred there. Add a little bit more protection. And I was running out of time here as well, guys, so I was actually thinking to myself, should I auto this at this point? I mean, this guy took forever to drop. I probably really should have put in a more reliable DPS character at this point. I really did think that Darth Vader would have had enough damage, but apparently not. So at this point I have no choice but to hit Bosk. Dengar is under stealth, so I had to auto, and it was gonna go down to the wire, guys. I have 30 seconds left to drop Dengar here, and I actually prepared for the worst and thought to myself, oh, if this doesn't work out, then I'll have to use a second team to clean up. However, I was so glad that it worked out towards the end. In the back line here are ewoks and first order, so I'm gonna go for the top squads here now. And I wasn't about to use an underdog team for this, or any team that's weak. So I was thinking to myself, I think I'm just gonna have to use gas here. I haven't had much success with JKR against Grievous, unfortunately. So at this point, I was just gauging like what teams could be hiding behind that wall. And if there was a Sith Empire team behind that wall, then I'd have to use my Jedi Knight Revan against that. So currently I'm stuck behind this taunt here while Magna Guard has protection. And I completely forgot that there was a Wat Tambor there on the side, so I actually used that on B2 by accident and realized we've got a Wat Tambor throwing out text there, which isn't good. So here I'm able to drop Magna Guard and Grievous is able to use his AoE, and then we're able to target Wat Tambor very shortly. And that's it for Wat and B2. And I was really hoping that he wouldn't drop gas at this point. And that if he did, there was still a chance we could lose one of our clones or a couple of our clones. So he was able to drop gas towards the end. And his turn meter's crawling up really quickly there, so I really wanted to make sure I had enough DPS in my clones, which I did. I was quite happy about. And this team up here is a really strong separatist team, so this is me just looking at what other teams I still got on offense. And I wasn't gonna undersize against this team as well, and I wanted to use my Padme against this with Shakti and both the droids. I wanted to save GK for later on, just in case there's something surprising in the back line. I'm gonna throw this assault team onto Jedi Knight Anakin, and that puts him under stealth. You get Master of Makashi, so they get a lot of turn meter gains there. I'm gonna use this third skill on their base. And I didn't have GK, so I had to put this stealth on R2. He's the tankiest character on the floor at the moment. Can use that second ability onto Padme, increasing survivability. And that Dooku has about 300 plus speed if I'm not mistaken, so was not to be taken lightly. At this point I just wanted to get some more protection up, so I threw that third ability onto R2. And I'm gonna go for Jango here in the back. And we almost lost R2 there. We were lucky enough to get the AoE going and get Newt out of the way for 56 banners, which is pretty good. So in the back line they've got Scoundrels and Old Republic, and at the bottom they've got First Order and Ewoks. So this is a bit of a comical moment here. I was thinking to myself, what should I use against this Ewok squad? And I decided to go Malik solo. So with Malik solo, I wanted to control the Ewoks' turn meter gains by using shock. However, it didn't work at times because they were able to cleanse that shock off. And at one point I even dropped Paplu here, but the Ewok Elder was able to revive him. So it was still iffy at times. I was still thinking to myself, am I really going to lose against this Ewok squad? But I am actually glad that I was able to drop Ewok Elder shortly after this. So in summary guys, this worked out towards the end. It was just about getting that healing immunity and shock on one of the key characters, and that would have been Elder. And the other thing I forgot was that whenever they had foresight, I could still use that third ability, which I could have utilized early on, because I missed a lot of my basic attacks and my shock when they had foresight. Then I was able to drop Ewok Elder, and that was game, set, and match. So I could just auto at this point. And it's good to have Malik on offense, because you can solo a lot of teams and it just bumps your banners up so much. In the back here, there's this pretty decent scoundrel team, so I didn't want to underdog anymore here, so I threw in Old Ben as well with the Rebel squad. I'm gonna blast Vandor Chewie, and then I'm gonna go for, I'm gonna remove L3's taunt and go for Kira straight away. And I was so glad there was no Sith Empire hiding in the back or anything too crazy that I would have had to use my Jedi Knight Revan for. This guy actually invested so much on his separatist lineup that I feel like he may have neglected the other teams, although he was pretty decent on offense. He struggled with my Night Sister team as well. He had to attack 3 times, as well as my separatist team. So I gotta say that Night Sister team is really paying off, having optimal mods on them. So this is the other team I wanted to show you guys. A Palpia lead with a Basti in the back, with Wampa and Nihilus. So I've got Basti pretty fast. I throw in all of those debuffs, and look at that. I mean, it's pretty effective against an Old Republic team, but I believe this probably would have still done well against a GO squad, if potentially there would have been a GO squad here in the back, or if he had something more insane. I probably could have been able to practice this team, but in future I will continue to use this team. And now that I have a choice for going against Night Sisters and GOs with my first order team, I'm definitely gonna throw in this team on offense, as that armor penetration on that ability by Visas Mar is amazing. So I've still got a Jedi team hanging on in the back here. I've still got a Resistance team as well to go against this first order, but I just wanted to get it over and done with, so I threw in my Jedi team here. And I lost my second round pretty frustratingly, so I was pretty keen to win this one. So I wanted to just get rid of the DPS characters at the beginning and slowly do some more chip damage on these tanks. Leave Kylo Ren unmasked for last. And that was an easy 60 banners. So yeah, that was a pretty straightforward battle, guys. This is the 3rd round, so I've won my first and my third, but I lost my second. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.